I've just recorded the intro and the astrological report and forgot to connect my sound. These are the lessons that we have. Okay. Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I am your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 23rd through September the 29th. So welcome. If you are new, thank you for tuning in, and I do hope you like these readings and that you'll return. And if you are returning, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. These readings are for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because sometimes they can be specifics when spirit wants to connect with someone in particular. So, come back later in the week and rewatch it, because it might make more sense to you then. I get a lot of emails telling me that at first they didn't get it, and then somehow they watched it again and it made perfect sense for them. Now, if you would like a personal private reading, click on this link or go to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. I live to give readings. I love it. I often go over time because I get so into it. Now, I have a Facebook group, and this Facebook group is so much fun. I do a live feed within the group every 2 weeks, and they correlate with either the new moon or the full moon. And so we look at charts and we see where it falls in your charts, and then we I have the tarot card reading, the tarot cards with me, and I answer questions. So we have a lot of fun there. It's a private group, so you have to ask to be to join, and it is Live in the Solution Astrology. But the link will be below. Everything will be in the show more section below. All the links to the other videos, the Facebook group, my website, everything. If you're looking on a phone, it's a little triangle that's pointing down. Click on that and that will take you to all the links. Now, another way to support me, guys, is through Patreon, and the link to that will be here, or the link will be below too. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else, so check that out. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections: the intro, which is this, the astrological report, and the tarot card reading. And there will be skip times listed below to get to, especially if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising, so you don't have to rewatch the intro or the astrology report. And if you're not into the astrology, you can go straight to the tarot. If you're not into the tarot, you can do the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thank you. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September the 23rd through September the 29th. This is the second time I'm doing this. Bear with me. I didn't have the mic on before. Anyway, so on the 23rd, let me see, that's Monday. Yes, the 23rd is Monday. On Monday, the 23rd of September, we have the fall or autumn equinox. And that's here in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the spring or vernal equinox. Vernal stands for youthful and fresh, just like me, darling. And that's in the southern hemisphere. So it's the first day of spring or autumn. Now, and that is, listen, in the equinox, the sun is directly over the equator, right? So all around the globe, daylight and night, the night darkness are equal. It's completely equal all around the globe. Now, on the 24th, on Tuesday the 24th, Mercury's in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. This is a fabulous day for networking and connecting with business associates. It's a great time to look. The whole emphasis is on communication. You could you will charm anyone that crosses your path. And it's a really good time to launch a social media campaign or an email campaign, anything to get your wares, whatever you're selling, your product, your service, or whatever it is for you, get it out there. This is a wonderful time to get whatever it is that you're selling out there. Now, September the 28th is a huge super new moon, and it's because the moon is very close to the earth, and so it appears huge in the sky. Now, the new moon, of course, new moons are all about intentions. What am I going to start now that I can complete soon? What is it? Great time to start, start a business, a project. But this is all about relationships. Libra is about relationships. And whether it's romantic, work relationships, friendships, family, or relationships with ourselves. Now, on the same day, Venus, which is the ruling planet of Libra, is also in Libra and is in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. Jupiter's abundance, bigger, better, more. So this is all about harmony. It's all about fairness. It's all about balance. And this is an incredible time to go out and socialize, have a good time, connect with people. Now, what I will say is that at the same time that this new moon is happening, the sun and, first of all, we've got 4 planets in Libra, right? It's what we call in astrology a stellium of planets. So there's a lot of focus on relationships. But not only that, we have Chiron opposite this new moon, and Chiron is in Aries, and it's about Chiron's the wounded healer, right? So we need to kind of look at where we can heal our relationship with ourselves. How can we love ourselves more? How can we heal relationships that haven't been doing so well? Can we heal them? Do we need to let them go? So we really have to kind of look at these honestly. Look, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about logic, right? So we need to look at things logically, not emotionally. So when we're looking back at how we've been in relationships and behaviors that don't work, we must not beat ourselves up about it. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Look at it dispassionately, if you will, logically, and say, okay, that didn't work. What can I change about that? What can I own? What can I move on from? And what can I be aware of going forward? This is self-awareness, because we've got Saturn at play, right? Saturn is just slowed down and is going forward, but very, very slowly. So the energies of Saturn has been amplified. And that Saturn is about the Lord of Time. So it's very slow. Things won't happen perhaps as fast as we wish them to. And Saturn's the planet of lessons. So we need to look, this is a really important thing. We need to address anything that we've had on the back burner. We've been in Virgo. Virgo's about clearing things out and organizing, right? Crossing T's, dotting I's. And then we come into Libra, and it's time to start some action, to get things together, start doing things. So look at where you have procrastinated in your life. How is that going to make you feel when you start doing it? It's going to make you feel empowered. Now, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about relationships. It's about logic. And as I said, we have 4 planets in Libra. We have Venus and Mercury, and they do very well in Libra. I mean, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra, so it's come home. There's an appreciation for music, art, poetry. Venus is very sophisticated and fine in Libra. And Mercury is about communication. So there's this wonderful, and Mercury's next to Venus, so there's this wonderful harmonizing way of communicating and connecting with people. And the sun and moon, of course, have just joined Libra. This is a perfect time to socialize and make new connections. Now, what I want to mention is we need to get things done, right, in Libra, because we have Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Those three zodiac signs are kind of in fall, ready for the winter. It's like that kind of energy, of action energy, right? Because in this time, back in the day, we would be harvesting, we would be smoking meat, we would be pickling vegetables, we'd be getting ready for the winter, right? For the hibernation of winter where we can't grow anything. So we have to make sure that we have all our stockpiles in place to get us through the winter. Our lives depended on it. So this was a very active time. And even in the southern hemisphere with spring, you're planting, you're tending to the animals. Animals are being born. I mean, it was a busy time preparing for the fall, for the harvest, so it's work. These are active times, spring and fall, very action oriented. So we need to get off our bums and get to work. We need to address anything that we have been procrastinating. Now, I will say that both the spring and the fall are about preparation, right? Spring cleaning and then falling, taking action of getting everything together for the winter, right? In the fall. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not mention Pluto. Pluto is also slowing down and will station direct on the 2nd or 3rd of October, depending on where you are on the planet. Now, Pluto, so the energies of Pluto, we've been feeling them. We've been seeing the change. We've been seeing the transformation of governments, right? Pluto digs deep, right? And dredges up all the dirt to bring out into the light. So we are seeing stuff like, look at what's coming up. Look at what's been coming up for the last couple of years and what we're really seeing with, leaders around the world. They can't hide. We're seeing their corruption. We're seeing their abuse of power. And we're seeing seeing them, and we'll be seeing behind the scenes. We're literally seeing behind the scenes. So we're seeing also people who are in the shadows, right? We're seeing that. So all this dirt that's been hiding is being dredged up. It's a time of karma. Leaders are being exposed, and in this digital age, it's harder for them to get away with nefarious behavior. People around the world are becoming empowered through protests. It is happening on a huge scale. Hong Kong, Venezuela, France, UK, the US, and many other countries. The social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others make information available to us faster than ever before. So you can't kind of hide anything. You can't sweep something under the carpet. It's just not possible. Listen, I don't know if any of you saw the strike for the climate crisis. I'm going to say it's a climate crisis that we're in. And there were billions of people around the world protesting Fridays, right? For going on strike on Fridays. It was massive, such a massive event that could not have happened without social media, really. It couldn't have been organized on such a large scale. All around the globe. Hopefully leaders will really hear, but it's not. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that's political. But anyway, I say all of this to say that if you have anything festering in the crevices of your life, you need to bring it up and deal with it. this is what happens. Sometimes what immobilizes us is the thought of having to deal with it and what we've got to do and how it's going to play out. Don't think about how it's going to play out, because then you won't do it. Just do one little thing towards it. You know, if it's like you've got to do paperwork or taxes or whatever it is that you've got to take care of, or bills, or, you know, dealing with someone that you've been meaning to deal with. I had a whole list today and I got it done. This is very karmic, because if you don't get it done, it's going to really bite you. You know, it's going to come up and it's going to glaringly, and then you'll realize you will be held accountable for what you haven't done. So taking this action will empower you. Right? It'll make you feel powerful, and you'll be working with the energies, or astrological energies, that are available to you. So, you know, it's important to just, you know, look under the carpet where you swept stuff up. Anything that's festering in the crevices of your life, get it out. Start taking action. I can't tell you how important it is to take action right now. Don't forget, we are coming to the end of a decade. This is a huge shift in energy. And all the astrologers are talking about this huge event in January when Saturn and Pluto are conjunct. There's so much more going on at the time, but it is major. So that's another story. We'll get into that another day. Anyway, guys, take action. Let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Aquarius, Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for September the 23rd through September the 29th. And I have been shuffling way too long. I kind of lost it shuffling. I'm like, hours later, wait. I think I need to record this. Okay, so this is for Aquarius, for wonderful Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for the week of September the 23rd through September the 29th. Oh my goodness, it's so late. I can't even tell you. Anyway. 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius. Da 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 da. 2 more cards for Aquarius, please. 2 more cards for Aquarius. Oof, are they coming out? Oh, there's one more. Oh my goodness, there is so much crossover, I can't even tell you. You have to check out your sun, moon, and rising if you know it. There you go. Oh my goodness, so much crossover. It's funny because there are cards that come out in the readings and they kind of repeat themselves in the readings of that week. Not every week, but so you've got 3 of them. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius through these clarifying cards for this coming week? Please clarify. Please clarify. Okay, and then please clarify. There it is. Oh, there it is. And please clarify. Oh, that was like the whole deck came out. Sorry. Please clarify. There it is. Oh. Pluto has come into this reading, darling. Okay, the first card out for you is the Hierophant, right? Clarified by the 8 of Cups. Then you have the Page of Swords, qualified by the Knight of Wands. Then you have the Six of Wands, followed by the Judgment card. Things are going to get real. Okay, so you have the Hierophant. That's your first card. And the Hierophant's all about having faith and trusting that everything is happening for a reason and that you don't need to worry. Maybe something's worrying you right now. Because that's what usually happens when the Hierophant comes up. But this is saying, don't worry, things, I just said this in the other reading. Everything's going to be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end. I don't know if that helps. But really have trust and faith that things will be okay. And look, clarifying it is the Eight of Cups. So you're not feeling fulfilled somehow. You're not feeling, what's the word? Your soul isn't being, something is amiss. Something is missing. And it's almost like this, you're ready to move away. Oh my goodness, I've just seen something in this card that I've never seen before. I've never noticed that. That the moon has a funny face. Anyway, look, this guy is moving. He's going away of his own volition. He is moving. Trust that it's okay to walk away. I feel that there's some kind of, I feel this is a relationship that you've got to walk away from, that you're choosing to walk away from. And when you do, it's that empowering feeling. And trust that it's the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do for sure, Aquarius. You're like, you're leaving whatever this, it's about walking away from the material wealth that this relationship may have brought, or, the, what's the word I'm going to say? The social acceptance of it, that, whatever it brought to the table, you're ready to walk away from because it is not serving you. And you know what? Sometimes it's just better to, walk away. And this is wonderful because this is you walking away of your own volition. That's power, right? That's power. You're empowered by doing this. It's like, I don't care what it brought. I know I'm not happy. I'm moving on. It's moving on. Now you have the Page of Swords. So there's a message that you may receive that doesn't it's not wrapped in a pretty bow. This has kind of come down for everyone. Okay, so the tendency that we're going to have this week is to take things personally when they're not meant to be personally, right? So this is the Page of Swords. This is about the truth in the situation. This is hearing the truth even though it hurts. You kind of know it's the truth anyway. But the pages also mean that you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life, right? So it's time to move on. And look, you've got the Knight of Wands. So somebody might kind of come in and sweep you off your feet. Now, even if you're a guy, this can be a girl, a knightress. This is someone gallant and fun and great conversation, intellectual, this may not be the one, and that's okay. It's kind of a transition for you. It gets you out of this other one that you need to get out of. But this is fun, and this is a person that's I think of Gemini when I think of him. He's kind of, he can have a conversation with anyone. He's charming, he's attractive, he's gallant, but he kind of doesn't. Okay. So with this guy, he's great, and he'll be there as long as he's having fun. But when the fun stops, if you start, what's the word, being possessive or wanting to know where he's going or where he's been, and, you know, and jealousy will have this guy running for the hills. He can't take that. He needs to be free within the relationship. It's great. It's fun. But remember that if you meet someone that you're like, oh, it's so exciting and he's exciting, just remember he'll stay that way as long as you give him freedom. He needs to be free. And then you have the Six of Wands. You are being celebrated. Empowering, the empowerment of you walking away from this relationship. Like, people are really like admiring you and telling you that's what you needed to do. Now, clarifying it is the just judgment card. This is like Pluto. Things are coming up. Things are being dredged up. Into the light. This, look, what I said this in the astrological report. If you looked at it, you know, Pluto stationing direct next week, and we're feeling this energy. So stuff is coming out. That's why all the leaders, you know, I'm not going to repeat all that, but this is something. If you've got anything festering in your life that you have not taken care of, do it. This is the time to be in action. You've got to do it, Aquarius, because this can be a litigious time. Libra, you know, it's very litigious. So, you know, lawsuits can come up, you know, you can get, things come up that you have to kind of answer to. So you don't want to, make sure that you don't have anything hiding, because it's going to come up and you're going to have to deal with it. But if you choose to deal with it on your own, you'll be empowered and you will be celebrated. This is, you know, a celebratory card. This is exciting. But move on, darling. Be empowered. Be strong. The strong Aquarius that you are. Aquarius, thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, families, neighbors, co-workers, social media. Help me grow this channel, please. I would really appreciate it. And comment. I live for comments and feedback. Let me know what's going on with you. I'm really excited to know. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.